here for the drug-aware Margaret River Pro into heat number 4 with familiar names meeting once again. Well, this was the final, the Pipe Masters at the end of last season, and Michel Bourez took that win, and he's starting off taking the first wave of the matchup. Michel representing Tahiti, starting off with some frontside hooks, a monster of an end section. It's just going to take him down.
Well, I guarantee you Snake filled the car up with boards this morning. Let's have a look at Michel Bourez. First wave, sort of a double stage bottom turn, and gets out on the open face. Now he starts to carve, and this is that assessing the situation. What am I going to do? He bangs it off the whitewater and then just gets completely swallowed up right there from the beast. Boat ramps.
Talk about the production crew that is happy to go mobile as well to cover all the action. Big takeoff for Kanoa Igarashi to kick this one off. Frontside hook looking solid for a couple of big moves before that monster section just detonates behind him.
Wow.
Now he turns around to see Michel Bourez get started. Bourez, a big hack under the lip on the double overhead section. Beautiful carve through the open face, and he'll lay low. He'll get credit for all of his maneuvers. He rides out of it anyways, and now attempts to get right to the ski if he can on one motion. Let's have another look here.
All right. Nice sort of medium-sized wave, so not one of the bigger ones. So it's going to allow him to really hook into it a lot easier. Nice, smooth surfing from Kanoa. And then saw that oncoming section and said, you know what, I am out of here. And goes down. So not a huge score going to be locked in for him. Let's have a look at Bourez, though. This is where all the points are going to come from right here. Just hooking into that, manhandling these big open face waves at Margaret River. And again, just a beautiful wrapping turn, just showing power like no one else has so far this morning, Joe. That's probably one of the most aggressive approaches we've seen.
When you see this big layback hack, Potts,
yeah.
Why does this maneuver feel so good?
Oh, well, just, I mean, it's done with a lot of speed. It's done with a lot of power. It's in a critical part of the wave. You know, the wave's standing up, so you're hooking right into the face of it. And then you can see how nice and low he gets off the bottom. It's, if you're standing too straight up and down, it's really hard to set that rail. So Michel Bourez really coiling up and then just unloading. So I'm expecting huge scores for this one now that I'm looking at it in slow-mo. Those were two beautiful turns, well-surfed wave. That first turn, though, that is where all the points are going to come from, really. One
of the best turns of the morning. Michel Bourez kicked it off with a layback hack in the guts of the wave. Turns in an 8.67 from the panel.
Oh, right. Tough conditions out there, mate, and a sneaky win right in the last minute.
Yeah, I mean, it was going to come. I was waiting and trying my luck on a bunch of different waves. A lot of them were too wally for us, and I mean, the sides of it out there is way bigger than what it looks like from here too. Like, coming off the bottom, you're looking up at a wall and you're going, I can't get up there. I can get through the back, but I'm not going to get up and down.
Being world #1, heading into Margaret River. As we get right back into action in this scene, a few waves ridden. Michel Bourez, solid takeoff, right in the critical part of the wave, and he'll just rip one right over the open face. Sets the rail and carves back into the pocket. Two solid moves. We'll just drop that back shoulder to throw some variety. That end section will take him down.
Wow.
Michel's on a firewire here, and it's looking really solid.
Yeah, you know, it's a different composite, but it's a lot heavier. You know, you pick up Michel Bourez's boards and you expect them to be super light, but they're not. You know, he's such a strong guy. He can sort of throw that board around, and as you saw right there, just didn't quite ride out of that, but super late drop, couple of big turns. Kanoa Igarashi answered back, though, with a good wave of his own. Look at this turn, right in the pocket there. Beautiful, sort of snapped it all the way back around. And now you can see how he gets nice and low, sort of almost grabbing that rail just to make sure he keeps those fins and rail in the water. And does he ride out of this one? Yes, he does. So good score for Kanoa Igarashi. Joe gets himself back in the heat.
Kanoa Igarashi started with a 4.0, built to a 6.83. So now needing a 6.45 to take the lead off Michel Bourez. Okay, good luck. Couple of seconds off the clock here. Kanoa trying to get a final wave in. He was trying to hunt down a 6.45. We'll see if this was in time.
I think it was a little bit late, Joe.
He's going to keep surfing like he thinks it counts. He'll get the message, though. You're right on, Potts. A little bit too late for Kanoa Igarashi to make his comeback. Started with the 4, got himself in a fighting shot with his 6.83, but Michel Bourez with a big layback hack in the pocket on the 8.67 will look to get another big title out west.
Yeah, not a lot of waves ridden in that heat, so Michel Bourez definitely got the pick of the bunch, and I guess if you're going to be carrying an 8-point ride in your scoreline,